What's up, guys? I'm Renegade here, back again. How's everybody doing? And welcome back, because I told you guys I would bring these back. The hashtag Please React Chris has returned. This is where, guys, you can send me requests of things to react to, with the link and, of course, the hashtag Please React Chris. I started it last week. I made a video on the main channel because I figure if I put it there, people would see it more, and I kind of got a good result from it. So today, guys, we're gonna watch a video requested by me. I'm gonna also put the what's the name, the link in the of it. This came from SonofLight Vx. And basically he says, I got one here. I got one, sir. Finally on YouTube now. SonofLight sounds from, I think he's somebody who follows me on Twitter. But send me the link, hashtag Please React Chris. So, as always, now, once again, guys, as I always tell you, if I basically tell you that I reply to you, or I'm going to start putting a date, so you'll know exactly when this request is going to be going up. So thumbs it up right now and everything like that. So check the link, and basically this comes from somebody I actually already watched, but it's cool. It's cool. From the homie, Mr. Nightmare. And we're going to watch a video called 3 True Scary Walmart Horror Stories. Okay. Walmart Horror. And as always, you guys know me. I do love to chop, especially Mr. Nightmare's things up. So in retrospect of this, there's 3 stories. We're only going to watch 2. You want to watch the last part. The link in the description down below for Mr. Nightmare's channel, or Doctor. No, I think I'm Mr. Nightmare. Well, the link in the description down below. Okay. So yeah, let's check this out. Thank you for watching. Thank you for requesting. More to come in the future. Let's do this. Here we go. Now. Okay. I'm not liking that music already. Story number 1. Here we go.
My name is Samantha. I'm 20 years old and I work at a Walmart by a small town called Jackson in Alabama. Since I don't go to school full time, my boss would oftentimes put me on an overnight shift, back when the store was open 24 hours a day. Given that it was a super center, there would still be a number of employees working. My shift this one particular night was 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. I was one of only a couple employees doing stock work.
I've done that
and
shift
one or two employees at
not at a
registers
Walmart though. Just guarding.
Given that our store sits in the countryside of Alabama, we didn't really get much business at these insane hours of the night. However, it was a prime restocking period. I didn't personally know the other employees working that night, but it's not like we'd run into each other in the giant store anyway. I started my night folding pants in the men's department and generally tidying up. I kept headphones in at night because usually there would be no one to tell me to take them out. The customer came to the jeans section, and at that time it was around 11:30 p.m., so it wasn't really that weird.
Okay.
People would still come in and close shop till usually around midnight. The customer came up to me and asked me if we had any more of the specific pants he found in a different waist size. I apologized and told him only whatever was on the rack. He thanked me and walked away. I made accidental eye contact with him as soon as he stood by the rack putting the jeans back. It was kind of awkward. He walked away and I continued with my work. Some time passed and the store started to look like a ghost town. No one to be seen as far as the eye could see. I think it was like 1 a.m. I had made my way over to the appliances section. I was doing a lot of back and forth work with boxes from the back section where we kept all the items that were yet to go out. I brought a wagon full of boxes to one of the aisles and started stocking the shelves. Because the shelves were empty though, I was able to see someone through the next aisle over, and they were watching me.
Ain't that guy again, is it?
He noticed me notice him. Then he looked away. But his eyes looked really familiar.
It's that fucking guy from the
closer
pants.
to get a better view, and I realized it was the same customer from like 2 hours earlier. How in the world could he still be in the store? Without making it obvious, I took the wagon with me and passed the next aisle over just to get a look and see if the man had any items in his hands.
This motherfucker's stalking her.
His hands were completely empty. No way could he be shopping for 2 hours and not pick up a single thing. Something wasn't right. I quickly finished up restocking the shelf with coffee machines and other appliances.
Here we go.
Then brought the empty wagon to the back area.
No weird noises, because he loves to do
chilled out
stuff
in there
like
for a
that
while
with these weird
because,
noises.
quite frankly, I felt like that guy might have been following or watching me longer than I realized. I played on my phone for a little while in the employee lounge. Then when I figured it was time to get back to work, I decided I would do grocery work instead, just to be in a different part of the store. I went into the dairy cooler and filled a bunch of crates with dairy products like milk and yogurts. This took a lot of time to do because I had to check the dates on the products and such.
Yeah, you don't want
the loud
expired
sound of the
goods.
giant refrigerators keeping the cooler cold, I heard the door to the dairy cooler burst open.
What?
There was conveniently a gap in the boxes sitting on one of the pallets that allowed me to peek through it to the door of the cooler. And I shit you not, it was that same customer.
What?
I ran to cover under one of the shelves and pushed a big box full of eggs in front of me. I didn't have to worry about making noise because the refrigerators were so loud. For anyone wondering why I decided to hide, well, I already assumed this guy was hanging around the store watching me. Seeing him in the employees only section, never mind that, coming into the dairy cooler, seemingly something bad was definitely about to go
Yeah, you better
down.
get out of there!
I hid behind that box with my head down for the longest time, expecting to hear the doors to the cooler open and close eventually. After a while of hiding and not looking, I assumed maybe he left after looking for me. I lifted my head from my arms for the first time and looked up in front of the box and screamed. He was right there, smiling at me, standing over the box. But his smile vanished as soon as I started to scream. He tried putting his hand on my lips to muffle my scream, but I didn't allow that to go any further.
Yo, stab him! Do
I
something!
pushed the box of eggs over, right into him, and the eggs falling to the floor made him step back, looking down at his shoes.
What?
I ran right past him, but he didn't grab me, so I continued to run till I found another stock worker and told him to help me. The employee's name was Bob, I remember from his name tag.
Bob, really?
Suddenly, the man from the dairy cooler came up to the two of us and apologized,
Wait, what?
explaining that he was from corporate and was coming to make sure everything was running smoothly. He said he didn't mean to scare me and was simply checking up on me in the dairy cooler to make sure I wasn't slacking off. This Bob guy seemed to believe it all, but then again, he didn't seem very smart at all. I asked the man why he put his hand on my mouth, and he said he was trying to avoid making a scene. Then, shockingly, he gave me the order to finish up the appliance section, and he disappeared. As he was speed walking away down the aisle,
Speed walking.
I called out, "What's your name?" And he called back, "Tom." And just like that, he was gone. The next day, I called one of the managers.
He ain't
and asked if they were supposed
get
to be
out,
a
nah,
visit from
son,
corporate
come
the
on.
night before.
Nah, man,
And
he
the
ain't
creepy man named Tom sounded familiar. My manager, Margaret, said it sounded like complete bullshit.
That's right.
There was no record of anyone from corporate named Tom who was supposed to come visit. Nor would anyone from corporate ever be in the store at 2 a.m.
Exactly.
They then went ahead and checked the camera footage, and a police report was filed when they realized this was a random man. And the cameras proved this man had been stalking me between the aisles for the better
Look at
part of
that.
the first few hours of
Look
my
at that.
shift.
Look at
I
that.
told Margaret I couldn't do night shifts anymore after that.
Yep.
And she understood. I still work there, but more so as a day stock person or a cashier.
Nope. Number 2. Come on now. Stop with that.
What's one place you can go to and find the weirdest, freakiest creatures in our society? I swear I've never been to a single Walmart where I didn't see at least one eye-catchingly strange human being. Strange does not even cut it for what I'm about to tell you. It was the Thursday before Black Friday. My Walmart was open extra late. I was in there around 11 o'clock looking for a new laptop. And by chance, I picked up off the shelf the last one that was being
Black
promoted
Friday.
for a really good Black Friday deal. As I grabbed it though, some big, revolting, dirty-looking guy comes up to me and insists he needs a laptop very badly. I nervously said, "I'm sorry, it's the last one." Then he got angry at me and started making a bit of a scene. The man clearly wasn't normal, and my heart started racing simply because I don't get put on guard in these kinds of situations a lot. As others looked on at the commotion this big guy was making, I walked away with the laptop box quickly and went straight to a line. He kept yelling at me as I walked away. It was unbelievable. Some other customers on the line even tried to laugh with me and make me feel better, saying the guy was a nut. So, I get home. My family is all asleep already. I go outside to sit in the yard by the pool and set up my new laptop.
Don't tell me this fat, big, burly
Then
dude
the light on the
follows
side
her.
of the house turned on. The one that turns on due to movement. I went to check the side of the house to make sure no one was there. Would that thing go off once in a while? Yeah. But there's a small patch of woods right next to the house, so animals would often run on the property.
Oh, this dude did not follow her home.
Either way, I'm kind of a big pussy, so I went inside, locked the door, and finished setting up my laptop in the living room.
This dude did not follow him home or her.
The car alarm suddenly started going off outside. I recognized it to be my Cadillac.
Cadillac.
I looked out the window to confirm this. I ran to get my keys upstairs, then tried pressing the panic button to turn off the alarm. It didn't work from the inside, so I stepped out to the porch and clicked it off. But then I noticed a car parked in front of our house that wasn't there earlier when I got home. And any cars parked in the street on our block was suspicious enough. We live in a closed-off community, and everyone has huge driveways. I stepped down from the stoop and realized there was someone sitting in that car.
That big fat dude, right?
I went back inside and locked the door. I went to my mom's room and told her I think someone outside means us harm. My mom and dad have a complicated situation, so my dad doesn't always stay with us. It would have been a different story having my dad there to tell about this. My mom came downstairs with me, noticeably worried based on what I told her.
You better get strapped.
My mom took a look through the peephole in the front door, then gasped and put her hands over her mouth. I looked through it as well, and felt ready to throw up, when I saw a huge man standing on the other side of the door on our stoop. I whispered to my mom, I think that man followed me from Walmart.
You see?
Suddenly, the doorknob started to turn as the man tried opening the door. When it didn't work, he started pounding on the door. That's when my mom let out a gasp and cry, and my younger sister came out from her room, who also started to panic when becoming wise to the situation.
Yo, call the cops!
The pounding stopped.
What are y'all, white, right? So you call the cops. Yeah, the cops be there real quick. You're white,
my mom's
right?
voice on the phone with the police. A few minutes went by. My mom's still on the line with 911 with police en route.
Just tell them you're
white. There was a
white.
loud bang and crash downstairs in the den. A window was shattered. My mom and sister both screamed and cried. I told them to run upstairs while I locked the door to the den. I waited down there, expecting an attempt at the door or a bang. Nothing. Surprisingly, I heard a police car briefly wail its siren outside my house. It was the quickest response time I'd ever heard.
What'd I tell you? They're white.
I ran outside to lead them to the den where the broken glass was. There they found the huge, dirty, crazy-looking man hiding behind one of our couches. He was arrested at once and we pressed charges. All the while he was screaming profanities and threats at me, not helping his case. Both cops told me the guy seemed unstable and on some kind of drugs, but told us to get a good night's rest because he wouldn't be bothering us again.
Man!
So while it may be fun to people watch at Walmart and laugh at some of the goofy things you see, realize you may also find some of the more dangerous people in our society in your local Walmart.
Alright, y'all, we gonna end it right there. Like I said before, you wanna watch that third story, link in the description down below for the next one. Man, yo, okay, first of all, these stories kind of touch home a little with me because I've done overnight work before, but never in terms of retail like this. Basically my day job, I'm a guard, so I'm security, so I've done overnight security and I've seen some crazy stuff, some real stupid shit and some weird you know, so I can get that last story with the big dirty burly man. I've seen some stuff like that. That's some one hit right there, man. First of all, this dude followed her home. I believe it was a girl that followed her home. You follow her home. You follow her home. You attempt to break into her house for what? For what reason? Because of a laptop. Crazy. That's some, man. Then the other one, the first story with, first of all, you know damn well ain't nobody from corporate in any business coming at the wee hours in the morning to come check on nobody. That ain't happening. Fact is, she should have hit him, take a gallon of milk and crack this fool over the head. A gallon of milk is tough. You can crack somebody over the head with that, like, motherfucker. You know, I'm dead serious. But yeah, man, like, there's not a Walmart anymore around, because the Walmart that was closest to me, it shut down. They closed it down, which is kind of messed up. I liked going to Walmart from time to time. That's where I've gotten a lot of my electronics from as well. And they always have good, reasonable prices and things like that. But yeah, man, I've been there sometimes during, the wee hours, in the morning, just see what goes on in there. And sometimes it is dead silence. You can hear a pin drop in there. And like he said, at times, just some of the weirdest people comes in. And yeah, and that's true. I mean, I've seen when there was the Walmart that closed closest to me. Before it closed down, one time me and my cousins, we went there in the wee early, because we had a late we saw a late movie, and we didn't get out till like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and we went inside Walmart. We was gonna get some snacky snacks, and we were in there, and and I remember walking in, and like 4 or 5 homeless guys right there, just sitting there, by there was also a Dunkin' Donuts in there, and they're just sitting there on the, just looking, and just like googly eyed, but just looking, and I don't know what they were trying to do, but it was just, it's different. It's like, all right, but I've seen some weird stuff in there. I mean, I've seen some stuff, so these stories were not like entirely false. It's true. You see some, what's that song? The freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. Hell yeah, they do. Like, that's when they start praying and they come out. But the second story is probably the one that really creeped me out, because this dude broke into their house. Like, he legitimately followed this person home, broke in, and once again, like I said, they probably was white because the cops was there right away. I'm just saying, because if there was some black folk, when they help was on the way, they were like 15 minutes out or some shit like that. I'm just saying. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you, SonofLight Vx, for the request. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is Mount Vernon Kid saying peace, one love, stay tuned, keep it real. As always, thank you for watching. Have a request for me, guys? Have a video you might think I would like to react to? Well, provide me with the link down below, as well as the hashtag ReactPleaseChris. If I respond to it, that means in a few days I may react to it. And as always, thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed my reactions. Take care. Mount Vernon Kid is out.